Gentlefolk, ferals, and domesticated cryptids, welcome back to episode number 23 of Wonder Bathos. We have an incredibly special episode planned for you guys tonight with so much planning beforehand. So much. We planned everything. We've been planning this for weeks even. Definitely didn't just decide to wing it at the last minute. We would never do that to you. Tonight we have two previous guests who have come back around, and we are honored to have here again. We have Miss Kushter and Miss Erckamerca for their second time on the Bathos. How are y'all doing tonight?
Good.
Hell yeah.
I love that energy.
Good.
Keep that up. That was fantastic. You guys are ready for this. Like I said, they have been on the show before. So if you want to, we're going to skip all the introductions and where'd your name come from, because we've already done that with them. So if you want to know more about these two lovely streamers, go back and watch their respective episodes. They were in season 1. We are now in season 3, which is insane. So thank you guys again for being here. I know, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
Ercka was supposed to be dressed up as a cult leader tonight and drinking some Kool-Aid, but we are going to talk about cults tonight.
I have a Hogwarts robe somewhere. That's like culty.
Ooh, I
That
have
is
one
very
too.
culty. That's very culty.
Yeah.
So, Ercka did some Wikipedia-ing. Is that how you say that? Is that the past that Wikipedia-ing?
Wiki.
Wikiing. And we're gonna talk about some cults tonight. So I hope you guys strap on in. I mean, not strap-ons. Buckle up. Kushter said something about jizz on his shirt. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I did. I don't know what it is. We're gonna crop that out.
I don't know what it is, but we're gonna talk about cults tonight. So the first one, what did you say it was called? The Children
of God.
The Children of God cult.
Right. So like when you hear Children of God, you would think it would be like uber religious, like probably very conservative, right? You'd think that.
Yeah.
It's
what I would think from that.
So
Ugh. So they're not
so much.
not the holy rollers. Got it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there was a lot of religion to it, but they like overtly used women to like lure people in with sex and just manipulate people in all of the ways that you do. They called it flirty fishing, where they would have female members go out and recruit members by having sex with them.
Wow.
It sounds like a dating app.
It does sound like dating. That's how Match.com got started. Holy shit.
A fish got started. Flirty
Tinder.
fishing.
What in the Tinder
leader,
is going on here?
Yeah, right. The leader also encouraged sex with children.
Oh, this is no longer lighthearted. This is awful.
Yeah, no, it gets really, really heavy. He said God created boys and girls able to have children by about 12 years of age, so therefore, yeah.
Well, I hope that's is that still a cult? Are they still around, or did they get arrested? Please tell me it's the second one.
Oh, you know what? Actually, it does look like they are still around, unfortunately. The leader has since died in 1984, but the group itself has lived on. They have tried to distance themselves from the pedophilia. I'm sure it still happens, but like they're not.
It's Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like they're not promoting it at this point anymore. They just are more preachy about good versus evil and stuff like that. But it is still, at the end of the day, a cult and very like scary. And it also states that actress Rose McGowan was born into the Children of God, and she is very vocal about the abuse that she endured during her years there and how she escaped and stuff like that.
That's great. She escaped, like ran away.
Yeah, well, like her whole family, her whole childhood, was being a member of this cult.
Wow.
Yeah. It says McGowan has said that when her father learned Berg was advocating for child-adult sexual relations, he basically took their entire family and fled. So, I mean, good on her dad for being like,
Yeah.
absolutely the fuck not.
Hell yeah, Mr. McGowan. That's awesome. Get
Yeah,
out of
right.
there.
That's so weird that she went from being in like a cult like that to go into play on Charmed, which was
Charmed,
about
yeah.
witches.
Yeah.
Well, witches
Kinda.
are cool. Witches.
Yeah, but I'm
Witches
just
ain't about
saying,
that
like,
life.
I know, but it's
No.
still kind of.
I mean, I think going from that to Hollywood, which is a cult in and of itself,
Yeah.
you know, and
I don't know the
I
full
mean,
story, but I don't think Rose McGowan acts anymore, and I think she's been involved in more stuff than that. I think she has been very vocal about.
yeah, she
like,
was
as
in
part of the-
Jawbreaker. She was in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even like during that time and during Charmed and like during her whole Hollywood career, I think she's pretty vocal about being a part of like the Me Too movement and stuff, and like real
Yeah.
other shady
What's that
shit
guy's
going on in
name?
Hollywood.
Weinstein?
Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, that guy.
No,
Yeah.
not Jeffrey
Wein-
Epstein. Well, I mean, she's
Harvey
talked out about
Weinstein?
that too. Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
that guy.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she was assaulted by him.
Yeah.
I think that's what she said.
I'm looking at her wiki now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Pulling
You
it
do
up.
it.
Do it.
You do it.
Give us
She's
the
an activist
information.
for gay rights. She campaigned against, let's see, the proposition which sought to ban same-sex marriages. So she fought against that.
We like that.
Yep, Harvey
Yep.
Weinstein sexual cases and the Me Too movement. Yep, she was part of all that stuff. Good for her.
Good for her.
That's
Yeah, good for
amazing.
her.
Yeah. People can say what they want about her, but I think when it comes down to it, she's been very vocal about some really important issues.
Yeah.
And that's really important.
It is really important. It kind of makes me wonder, like, what other stuff like Britney Spears is involved with or was involved with. I mean, I know she went through all that stuff with her family and stuff, and now she's like just like not crazy in a bad way, but she's like crazy all over Instagram, just posting like whatever she wants to, and people think that she's crazy, and it's like no, like everything that she's ever put out, like her whole public face was like made by her family and stuff up until this point.
Right.
So she's
And
finally able to,
like free
yeah, she's able to be
to post
herself.
whatever the fuck she wants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because someone was saying that to me too. They're like, she'd be putting her titties all over the place. I'm like, you act like she didn't do that when she was like 18. Like they're constantly
Right.
sexualizing her. It's all she's ever known, all she's ever grown up with. Like she was basically sheltered this entire time and forced to do things she didn't want to do. And now she's a grown-ass adult and basically having a midlife crisis because she's finally free to do whatever she wants, and she's like mentally reverting back to when she was a teenager, like with all the like dancing and the, you know, like just let her like emotionally grow the way that she was supposed to be doing this entire time, because we all did it. We were all on MySpace having our moment. Brittany never got to do that.
Oh, my titties
You
are still
know?
all over Instagram.
That's right. Okay.
Every day. Every day.
We got to go through it already. Brittany didn't get that, so we need to give her a little bit of a hall pass.
Leave Brittany alone.
Leave Brittany alone.
My dog is like hounding me over here.
Oh,
That's how I feel about
I
it.
heard that pun. Hounding you.
Oh, the dog and the hound.
Yeah.
The dog and the hound.
The dog.
The dog and the hound.
That's the sequel. That sounds like a gentleman's club. The dog and the hound.
That's it.
It's a cabaret club. What what other cults are on the menu tonight? What else do we got? We talked a little bit before we started about Jehovah's Witnesses, and it's crazy. Like Christianity like doesn't even recognize Jehovah's Witnesses as like part of the Christian faith. All of their buildings, their meeting places have no windows, and they are known for keeping people super tired. Like you're not allowed to sleep a whole lot, like because it keeps you tired and like easier to manipulate, like very basic cult tactics. Like give us all your money, we control everything. Like, oh man, it's crazy. I feel very bad for people who have gotten wrapped up and all that and trapped in it. I can't believe that cults are like still a thing to this day, that people don't know how to look shit up on the internet and be like, wow, like millions of people think this is wrong. I probably shouldn't be a part of this.
Yeah. It's so crazy that like now we do have the internet and information is so easily accessible, and yet people are still like so fucking wrong.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I was like, I don't want to call people stupid.
I don't want to call them
sometimes.
stupid because like they're manipulated. Like it's not their fault. Like they were manipulated, you know?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
But looking at like, if you look at like the top, like the 16 infamous cults in history, how did the Manson family land at 13? That's pretty high up on the list. And that was like...
because everybody romanticizes serial killers, Kushter. That's why.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they wanted
Ted
to
Bundy.
bone Charles Manson so bad.
It
People
was
still
like,
to this day are like, oh my gosh, he's so hot.
He
And I'm like, he
married-
probably smelled like feet.
I mean, but they were like teenage
Stop it.
children.
Yeah,
Like,
he
that's
married like
not...
a 19-year-old or something when he was like 65 or 66 from jail.
Ugh.
From jail, married like this 19-year-old girl.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Oh my gosh.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty awful. It's pretty awful. He died recently, like in the past couple of years, I think.
Yeah, it says, I think it was 2017 or something. Yeah, he died in prison in 2017.
I dated a girl in high school whose mom... Crazy story. This is so crazy. I dated this
Story
girl in high
time.
school, and not only was her mom was invited to Sharon Tate's house the night the murders went down. Like, she was supposed to be there and like couldn't go. Like, her parents wouldn't let her leave the house. So that saved her life. Her parents saved her life. And the other side of that is her dad is Rodney King's brother. So like her uncle is Rodney King. Like, how fucking crazy is that?
Wow.
Two people
Holy
in the same
crap.
family.
Crazy.
Yeah.
She
was crazy too. She was crazy as hell too. I'm just gonna put that out there.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So it's nuts. It's crazy how small the world can be sometimes. Like,
some of these cults things are just too long. The Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Why is that so long? Like, how do you represent that? You gotta shorten it.
The church down there's a church not far from where we're at, and the initials are BBC, and so they just have a giant neon sign out front that says BBC.
Does it like flash?
So
Because that would be even better. Oh.
Yes, it does.
I love that.
Yeah, it just
flashes BBC all day.
Yeah, it just flashes BBC all day, and I'm like, did nobody thought to look this up on the internet before they decided the name?
They didn't know. You gotta go tell them.
I'm sure they know now. It's just
Gotta
probably
be
too late
you.
for them to change it. It is way too late for them to change it. Uh-oh, I see that look on Ercka's face. Something's going on over there.
I'm looking at the list. Because
What else we got on there?
I was looking at Jonestown, and I forgot like the worst part
Papa Yode
of like, I mean, it's awful that like all of those people were manipulated into killing themselves, and or just they were straight up murdered. But then the people that went in and would have to like take these bodies out because it was in the middle of the jungle and it was so hot that like the bodies like decomposed and were just like goo basically. By the time like people would have to like they couldn't even really like figure out who was who.
Yeah, I really hope that crime scene cleanup people get paid very well. I'm sure they do not, but I have to believe in the back of my mind that they get paid very well, because like that's an awful job.
Oh god, I would vomit. I could never.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes you want to vomit just thinking about it. It's awful. It's really gross. It's so gross.
And then there was a gorilla too.
Wait,
a gorilla?
A gorilla drank the Kool-Aid?
Well, no, but they shot the gorilla, I think. So, like, somebody literally, one of those fucking people, one of those crime scene investigators literally packed up the fucking gorilla in a body bag and sent it off to the lab to like be identified. Like they really thought that was gonna be a huge laugh, you know? They're like, check it out. They're gonna open the bag and it's not gonna be human, it's gonna be a gorilla.
Oh my god.
Assholes. It's fucking awful.
Oh no.
Dickheads.
There's a Harambe joke in there somewhere, but it's too soon.
Be better.
Be better.
Be better. Be better.
Fucking idiots.
Oh, God, it's so awful. Where do we go from there? Like,
I don't even know.
like Jonestown. It's pretty early on for Jonestown. We're only 15 minutes in.
My bad.
God. No, it's okay. It's okay. We signed up for this. We decided that we were going to talk about this. And yeah, that's awful.
You tell a cult. You pick one.
I don't know about cults, but we could talk about like Dr. Kevorkian. He put out a Christmas album from prison. It's actually pretty good.
What?
It's pretty good. Dr.
He put out
Kevorkian.
this album?
Yeah, he put out a Christmas album from
That
prison.
slaps, man. I
It
bet
does. It slaps. It's really good.
Can I Google it? Like,
I'm sure you can Google it. Let's
I spell
check out
Kevorkian.
that's
how it sounds.
Kevorkian.
Yeah.
Yeah, art
Worth
and
it.
music. Oh, okay.
I want to listen.
So how do we feel about that though? Like,
Dr. Kevorkian about assisted suicide?
yeah.
I think if people sign up, a lot of countries already do that. A lot of countries will let you, like, you have to sign waivers and stuff and like
I think
prove
Canada
that.
does, right?
Yeah, like that if you're
Because he got a bad rep for it. He got a bad rep for it. But
He
the
did.
thing is that
they all asked
you know,
him to do it. Yeah,
they asked him to, and people that have ALS and things that they're gonna have to, they're not fast acting diseases. They take years.
Yeah.
It's
I think that people should be free to choose their own path, and
yeah.
I was reading something the other day that was saying that Robin Williams was suffering from some kind of like Alzheimer's disease or something.
Mhm.
It wasn't Alzheimer's, but it was like that. Like he was slowly like losing his mind.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's why he committed suicide. It wasn't like he was depressed.
I
mean, he
saw-
was depressed, but like that wasn't just it. Like he was like, no,
Yeah.
I'm
Robin Williams.
Lewy
was,
body
like,
dementia, I
he
think
was-
is what it was.
That's what it was.
And that
Super.
is it's a rare brain disease, and it is slow.
Yeah.
I saw an interview recently with the kid from Mrs. Doubtfire, and he was talking about Robin Williams, and he was like, me and Robin were friends, and everybody, whenever Robin would go to his trailer, everybody would be like, leave Robin alone. That's his space. Don't bother him. Leave him alone. And he was a kid. He didn't know any better, so he would just bust up in the dude's trailer. And he said he would bust in. He would just be like sitting there at his table with his head down, and then he'd be like, what's going on? And he'd be like, all the doctors, everybody said I'm fine, but I know that it fucked my brain up. He was like, I did cocaine for like 5 years straight, and he was like, the doctors say I'm okay, but like this feeling like I can't get it out of my brain, like it destroyed my brain and my brain chemistry. And so like if Robin Williams wasn't acting or doing something, like he was not well, like he was not an okay person, like he was suffering like really bad if he didn't have something to do at all times. And so like
That's really sad.
cocaine's a hell of a drug, dude. Fucking everybody out there watching, don't fuck around with drugs, man. It will mess you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never even like tried it. I'm so scared because I'm like, I have anxiety already. So like I know if I did cocaine, I would be like dying.
Oh my god, I can't imagine.
Could you imagine me coked up? Absolutely the fuck not.
No, that's a no thanks.
No.
It's not worth it, man. I've done it before, but like I went through a phase where I did it for like 2 months, and like every time I did it, it was like to try and get the same feeling of the first time I did it. And I remember like the last time I did it, like 3 of us like pitched in for a little bit, and I I remember within like 10 minutes it was gone, and everybody was like, let's go get another one. And I was like, no, fuck this. I was like, I'm never doing this again. I was like, it's a waste of time and money. I was like, I don't even like the way I feel. Like, I'm never going to get that feeling again. Like, I'm going home and going to bed. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Oh, no.
Yep. And so, yeah, 10 out of 10 wouldn't recommend. Like there are other things that you can enjoy and do, you know.
Yeah.
Strong proponent of medical marijuana. This is awesome. Yeah, medical marijuana is great.
I don't know. I've never smoked the marijuana before.
You've never smoked the marijuana before?
No marijuana. No.
Ercka, have you ever smoked weed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm such a square.
It just reminds me of, have you guys seen the Dewey Cox story, Walk the Line or whatever?
Yeah.
Where they're making
I've
fun of that
never
Johnny
watched
Cash movie?
it. I need to watch it. I've never watched it.
It's so good.
It sounds like that needs to be a Discord movie night.
It does. It definitely does.
Because we just watched, we watched Cocaine Bear.
We did. We watched Cocaine Bear, and the movie's fantastic. But there's a scene
fucking love that movie.
I had to watch it twice. I had to watch it again with Doug.
I saw it in theaters, and then I watched it in Discord with you because I loved it.
Incredible. But there's a scene in this movie where they're talking about weed or whatever. Like, Dewey Cox walks in on somebody smoking weed, or like some people in a room smoking weed, and he's like, "Oh shit, what are you guys doing in here?" He's like, "You don't want no part of this shit, Dewey. We're smoking weed. Just get out of here." And he's like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "I can't get mixed up with that. I don't need a hangover." He's like, "You can't get a hangover from it." And he's like, "Oh well." Yeah. Well, it's probably expensive. He's like, it's the cheapest drug there is. And he's like, well, it's probably
habit forming.
Yeah, it's probably habit forming. He's like, you can't get addicted to it. And he's like, I think I want to try it. And he's like, all right, shit, just this once. He like pulls it. It's so good.
No, I've never seen that.
Oh man, it's so
that
good.
movie's funny. That's a good one.
It is a good one. We should definitely watch that in Discord. But yeah, no, weed's one of those things where like, I don't know. I am a strong proponent of like the medical side of it. Like, I am scared that if it does become, and it will become recreational across the board in the country, then the whole point of it's just going to be, let's get the strongest shit out to every gas station and dispensary or wherever you can find it, and then like the research on like what the different strains fix for each ailment is no longer going to be a thing. It's not going to be like, hey, this one's good for insomnia, this one's good for bad knees, like that's not going to be a thing anymore. It's just going to be whatever gets you the highest. And like that I'm not down with. Like I got that fun out when I was younger. Like I definitely like having the stuff that I need it for,
Yeah.
I've had some crazy times but like I was so high, I thought I was like a Who in Whoville. Like,
nice. Was it just during Christmas, and were you at the mall?
Though. No, it was just like, I don't know. I was so high that I was like tripping balls. I was tripping straight up.
I feel like Erky took an edible one night and fell asleep while we were playing a video game.
Oh, I 100%
We were
did.
playing fast.
100%.
And all of a sudden I hear, I'm like, Erky, and she goes, huh? I was like, I think it's bedtime, baby.
It's time to go to bed.
The problem is I like edibles better than smoking because like smoking hurts my throat and my lungs.
Right,
So it's just like cleaner for me to like do edibles, but like they taste so good that I eat too much.
Yeah. That'll
And
get
then I
you.
get real fucked up.
That's the drawback.
No.
It is very
I got,
easy.
like these mint chocolate chip like macaroon ones one time, and they were so fucking good.
Yeah.
I ate the whole box. You only supposed to have one.
Yep. You ate the whole box. Were you okay the next day?
Yeah. I took a nap and I was okay. I'm pretty sure that was the time I fell asleep. I'm pretty sure it was that time.
Probably.
Yeah. I was supposed to drive my sister to the airport, or no, I was supposed to pick up my sister from the airport like later that night. So I was like, oh, if I do the edibles now, like I'll be fine by the time I have to go pick her up, but I ate too many of them. So
Ercka, no. Did you leave your sister at the airport?
No. But like I literally was like sober enough by the time I had to go pick her up, like literally to the minute, because I was about to call her and be like, bitch, I can't come get you. But then I like took a nap, and then when I woke up from the nap, I was okay. So
You're gonna have to Uber. You're gonna have to Uber from the airport. Oh man, that's fun. So Kush.
Mm-mm.
yeah.
So okay,
Yes.
well, since you're a goody two shoes and you've never done anything like that, I know you got some drinking stories.
Ooh.
I have lots of drinking stories.
So
I don't
what's-
know that I'm a lightweight now, but I once I tried to drink, I think it was 7 of the Long Island iced teas. Yeah, that didn't
Oh,
go over
no.
well. I was trying to keep up with my friend Casey. Didn't go well. And
Oh,
then I threw up in a bush. And then my friend Lamar had to force feed me French fries from McDonald's
my God,
Nice.
Kush. In a bush.
in a bush outside the club. Like, it was real cute.
Oh my God.
If you throw up that night though, like I guess were you okay by the next day or were you
No. Mm-mm.
No, it was one of those
Because
No
you
Booze
figure
Valley there.
there was no, because you figure like a Long Island iced tea has what, like 7 or 8 different liquors in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I
They
had
do.
I'm surprised I didn't get like alcohol poisoning. Like, I felt like I was gonna die.
Oh my God.
And I have not had one since. I can tell you that. You couldn't pay me to drink a Long Island iced tea. And that's when I was like 22. It was many moons ago. And I have not touched one since. And I
Isn't that
won't.
so funny? Like when you like drink too much of something
Mhm.
and it like every time you even like smell it just reminds you of that one time you almost died.
Yep.
Yeah, I had the same thing with tequila. I drank a ton of tequila in Mexico and I ran down the beach naked. Don't remember it. And I have not touched tequila since.
No, you did not.
Nobody knew me. Like, what did it matter? Like, I didn't care. But yeah.
Wait, there were people there? It wasn't like at night when nobody else is around?
And it was in my previous life. It was when I was previously married. Yeah, I did. It was like a cream tequila. I actually still have a whole nother bottle of it sealed in my closet, and I have not opened it. And that's been
Was it tequila rose?
like it was a cream tequila, like a coffee tequila.
Oh.
It's like 15 years old. I have the bottle still
Oh.
sealed.
God.
And I will not open it because all I can remember is that night that I ran down the beach in Mexico just naked as a jaybird.
Wow.
Just
I was expecting
You're
I was not expecting coffee tequila. That sounds
coffee tequila. It was really good. It went
Ugh.
down really smooth. But when you have a
That
whole
was the
bottle,
problem.
you have a whole
That- yeah.
bottle. When you stand up, your clothes just go, oh, they fall off of you.
Yeah.
You wild.
I think there was a
that's
country
tequila.
song about that.
I'm sure there's a couple of country songs about that.
But-
The first time I ever
Tequila makes
drank
her clothes
Clothes
fall
fall
off.
was
God.
Pretty sure it's that one, yeah.
PGA.
Nobody from work watched this.
Oh yeah, I'm telling everybody. I'm gonna. It
It's
is
on the
going up on
internet, babe.
YouTube though. Somebody might see it. You never know. But please
No.
don't tell anybody else who works with her. No, the first time that I ever drank was PGA, and like we were dumb kids, and yeah, I feel like I almost died because I took shot after shot of PGA, like outside with no chaser, and then like
But what is PGA?
Yeah, I
pure
thought you were
grain
talking about golf.
alcohol. No, pure grain alcohol. So like
Bleh,
like
okay.
Everclear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
That's
I've never
nasty.
been more sick in my life. I'm pretty sure I still have stomach problems to this day because of that shit.
Oh no.
I bet.
But like we wandered around like these houses that were under construction, like these brand new house builds, and then like somebody jumped into a bulldozer and the keys were in it and they got it started up and they got it to roll back a couple feet, and at that point I was like, no, we gotta go, bail. We're not gonna like run something over with this bulldozer. We gotta get
Oh
out of
my
here.
God.
Yeah,
That's bad
and
news bears.
Them
that was bad
delinquents.
news bears.
Oh,
Yeah. And yeah, not as cool as running naked down a beach in Mexico though.
I don't have any cool stories like that.
Do you
No, it
remember the
wasn't
first
that-
time?
It wasn't that cool.
What was your first time drinking, Erka? Do you remember?
was like 16. It was a 4th of July party, and my cousin was like, "Hey, try this Smirnoff Ice."
Oh, he's doing
And
something
I
with
was
that
like,
Smirnoff.
"Eh."
Was it the regular flavored Smirnoff, like the lemon lime, or was it like a flavored one?
I think it was a flavored one. I don't remember what flavor it was. It was something
Mhm.
fruity, and I
Mhm.
drank far too many of them.
Yeah,
They were
Smirnoff
easy
Ice.
to drink.
It just
Mhm.
sounds like a headache. Like all that
Yeah.
sugar. Ugh.
I'm gonna show my age. So mine was a Zima, right?
I remember
With
Zima commercials.
some Zima with some apple Jolly Ranchers in the bottom of it. It made it apple flavored.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Crafty
Actually
bitch.
sounds pretty good.
We make our own flavors.
Okay. You're like that tipsy bartender before that was a thing.
Right.
There's some gummy bears in there, whatever. But no, you put a Zima and you put the whatever flavored Jolly Ranchers you liked in there, and you let it kind of dissolve, and then that's what it tasted like.
That sounds delicious.
It does
It was
actually
really
sound
good.
pretty
Why?
delicious.
It was really
That
good.
would be for me.
So
Two, please.
Yeah.
I went to the
That's
bar
funny.
and it was like an arcade bar in Oklahoma over the weekend, and I rolled up to the bar and I was like, let me get a Guinness. And we were at a wedding all day, and there was no alcohol. And I'm like, dude, I'm out of town for the weekend. I just went to a wedding.
What?
Like, I want to drink. And so I was like, I want a Guinness, and it was the first place that had a Guinness since we got there. And I was like, fuck yeah. So I wanted a Guinness, and I was like, I want a shot. And the only thing I recognized up on the bar was like Sailor Jerry, and I was like, what's up on a shot of Sailor Jerry, you know, like how much is that? And he was like $9.50, and I was like, bro, can I give you an extra $12 and you just give me the bottle? Like
Sailor
$9.50
Jerry. What
for a
even is
shot of-
that?
You've never had
What
Sailor
is
Jerry?
it?
Shot.
It's rum.
What is Sailor? Oh, it is rum. Okay.
It's rum, yeah. Sailor Jerry's rum. You never had Sailor Jerry? Every bottle
Mm-mm.
on the inside
And
of
I
the
love
back
rum.
label. Every bottle on the backside of the back label has a different little pinup girl, and it's a different girl in each
That's
bottle.
adorable.
It is really adorable because
Kush is hooked now.
the
Oh
dude,
my god,
yeah,
I want some.
the dude is like a tattoo artist. Sailor Jerry is like an old school,
Okay.
like old.
Cause
old
see,
tattoo
I'm
artist.
such a. If
Yeah,
I'm doing,
like the
yeah.
sailor type tattoos.
like if I'm
that
doing
thing.
shots, it's gonna be either Fireball or like a lemon drop. Like those are my go-tos.
I like green tea shots.
Green
or
tea
picklebacks.
shots are good.
Picklebacks, yeah.
You know,
Picklebacks are for me.
I to this day have not had a pickleback, but I feel like when Erky comes to town, I'm gonna.
We're
look
doing
at
You
that.
need to. You
Look.
need to. It's so good. It's the weirdest thing ever. The pickle juice just immediately takes away the burn from the whiskey. It's so good.
Yeah.
So refreshing. It's
Yeah.
She's gonna make-
delightful.
So
It
she's
is
gonna make
delightful.
me sick. Is what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So we have to do it a couple
probably.
days before we go out of town. So I'm not sick. Because we got plans.
Yeah, I got plans. What are the plans? What are you guys doing?
We're going to Aruba together.
Aruba?
Mm-hmm.
And that's in Jamaica, isn't it? Or close? Is that Caribbean? Like a Caribbean island?
Yeah,
What is
the
Aruba?
Caribbean.
Yeah, it's in the Caribbean.
Nice. You going
Like all
on a
them
cruise?
islands.
It's like right above South America. No, we're going to a resort, and we have some stuff planned. We got some excursions.
I was on Facebook the other day, and my cousin just stayed at the resort that we're staying at, and she was just like absolutely in love with it, like kept raving about it. So I'm like super excited now.
Oh
Very
well, good. We did good. Doug picked it, so Doug did good.
I was like, ooh,
Doug
we're gonna
did
stay
good.
there.
Doug did good because we're going for my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday. Happy early birthday.
Yay. So, but she's gonna be here for like it's like 14 days. How many days are you here for? It's like a really long time.
I think 10.
10 or 11,
I
yeah.
think.
That's
Yeah.
not even a 2-week vacation. That's fine. That's not that long of a time.
Well, I only get 2 weeks of vacation time. I gotta save a couple of them.
But
Yeah,
for
that's
sure. For sure.
And then Doug's band booked a show especially while she's here so she can see them play.
I'm so
Aw.
excited. I haven't seen them yet.
It's an Erky show.
Now is it Doug's band or is it the Gwen Stefani cover band?
It's the other band, the
other
90s band.
Nice,
Mhm.
very cool. Dude, that's
Yep.
awesome. GG Ercka, you're gonna have a fun time.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to spend time with my best friend.
Yep.
I know, it's gonna
Y'all
be so
better
exciting.
Take plenty of pictures of Aruba for us that are landlocked.
Oh, for show. For show.
excursion. So are you guys gonna go like see some like ruins and stuff? Some like
I have to let me look at. I have to remember what we were going to do.
I don't know. I'm just following Kush.
Yep. Fair enough.
I'm just here for the experience.
Kush, you plan everything.
Yeah.
I did. Well, I planned a lot
I've
of
never
it.
traveled, so.
This is going to be her first time out of the country. And everyone I talk to says, God, you're spoiling her because she'll never want to go anywhere else.
I know, I'm really excited.
I have
That's
to
not true.
find it.
After this, she's gonna want to go everywhere else. Like she's gonna want to go see Europe and like all sorts of cool stuff. I really want to go see the Greek Isles.
Coming in.
I'm trying to look for the thing. I know that one of them is like a oh, what was it? I can't remember. Like a private. It's like a private island, but they have a full bar and like a buffet. So that's what we like to do. And the other one might have been like a pirate ship thing.
you gotta come with pirate ship. Okay, you gotta come with something better than that. I'm flying out of the country for 10 days because they have a full bar and a buffet. Come on, you gotta give me something else here.
Hey, your girl likes to eat.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair, but that's not like, hey, we're going out of the country just for this. Like
no.
We're gonna go cave diving. We're gonna go see some lagoons.
Oh, I think the other one was an off-road. It's like an off-road like four-wheeler thing, but you could go 3 people. And so Doug's gonna drive, and then we'll just kind of ride in the, we'll just be screaming
selfies the whole time.
We're just gonna be screaming or But I was looking for my trips, but I can't find them.
I mean, you guys got to get to the buffet somehow, right?
Yeah. Well, I had that whole thing where I got hacked, so I had to kind of delete everything. So I'm still kind of rebuilding stuff.
Yeah.
It was terrible. It was a terrible
Hacker,
time
if
for
you're
me.
watching right now, you son of a bitch, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself.
You should be. It's terrible.
I can't believe somebody hacked your account. That's awful.
I mean,
why? What is the point?
Yeah, why? Come on.
What did they get out of
Really?
that?
You wanted my joint Facebook that bad? What did we ever do to you?
Alma said something earlier about joint Facebook accounts not being allowed to be a thing anymore, so that's weird. Yeah. Maybe it was Zuckerberg. Maybe Mark
got zucked.
You got zucked.
I did. I got zucked.
Yeah.
How dare you have a joint Facebook account in 2023?
Well, he could have just told us to separate it. Well, I wouldn't have lost 12 years worth of pictures.
Yeah. That does suck.
So,
like, you could have just said it, Zuck.
Yeah, like, they should have at least given you a warning if that's what it was.
Yeah.
Well, that was weird because the email that we got, or the message we got when we went to log in, had like said, these are your Instagram accounts that have been banned, but they were like all in Korean. So they weren't ours. I must speak Korean. Okay.
Oh, I mean, it happens. I'm sure people find out they're Korean all the time.
I didn't know, but now I do. So I'm going to be fine. I shall embrace it.
But Facebook, you contacted them and they said they couldn't get your pictures back?
There's no way to contact anybody. Like their support links just take in circles.
That's annoying.
It is so bad. And then like when you finally do find a page where you're like review my request, as soon as you like put all your information and hit submit, they'll go, there's a problem with this page. And I'm like, yeah, there is a problem with this page.
Yeah, you're the problem with this page.
So
I have a feeling that we're about to enter a whole new age of social media. Like, because Twitter is going to be like paid only, you know what I mean? So if you don't pay the $8 a month, like you can post on there, but nobody's like, not even your friends or your followers are going to see your shit. Yeah. Facebook has been on its way out for a while. I think they shot themselves in the foot with the whole meta thing. And like
that was so dumb.
Yeah. So I feel like Facebook's on the way out. So like somebody is going to get their shit together here in a little bit and
we
be
should
like,
bring
you know what?
back MySpace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
MySpace never let us down, and we abandoned it.
JT owns MySpace. Justin Timberlake owns MySpace.
Because we had our own, like we could have our own, like when you come to my page, I played special music for you, and then I could have like I can have my top 5 friends.
I'm so sorry.
I could have like my top friends, and then I can move them if I got mad at you.
Dude,
like we had that. That's how you know.
How annoying would that really be, though? It's just every time you pull up somebody's page, like it forces you to listen to whatever, like the music.
That
they
was my
choose.
favorite part.
That was my favorite part.
Back then, it was when you.
People would rickroll you, and I thought it was hilarious. I loved it. Or it was like some loud ass thing that just blasted your eardrums out. I was like, you got me.
I don't think it would resonate the same way today. It might. I'm not gonna say it wouldn't.
I love a good troll.
A good troll,
Love
yeah,
it.
but like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like I need to look for whatever reason. Like I need to look something up, and it's like you get blasted with just some song that you definitely don't want. Let's say Nickelback or something that plays, and you're just like, oh damn.
I mean, they did have like the option to pause the song, so like
That's
you
true.
didn't have to listen to it. But if you were like me and you were an asshole, you would just hide it in the HTML code, and then you couldn't turn it off.
What if you're at work or something, right? Like you're at work and you forget to turn the volume down on your phone, and you're like, you just bust your phone out for a second, like, oh, let me check and see what Robbie's doing, you know? And
We
you
didn't
pull out
have to
your phone.
worry about that then.
Blasted. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, me so horny. Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
me so horny.
exactly. How many people
We
are gonna
didn't-
lose their jobs over this?
We didn't have to worry about those things back then, though. You know,
So
I had,
fucking
like-
funny.
I had like a beeper, like it was
It's
whatever.
yeah, cell phones
Like,
didn't exist back then.
We had flip phone. I
How
had a
come my
pager.
Nokia is not playing the music from this MySpace
Yeah.
page?
I remember having one of those Nokias that had like the button where you could do the
sniffy?
walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
didn't have that.
Those were Boost
Add
mobile
one.
phones.
And
Those
they
were the Boost
and they
mobile
were the
phones.
big yellow ones, so it looked like a construction worker should be carrying it, but I
Yep.
had it on my hip and I thought I was so cool. I was like, "Burp, burp. You there?"
Yeah. Yo, where you at, dog? Boost
And only
Mobile.
like two of my friends had them because they're like super expensive. So I only
Yeah.
could talk to like two people on it. I'm like,
Yep. I had a pager. I had a
Yep.
everybody else had the new Motorola Razr flip phones, and my parents were like, you know what, we're gonna get you a pager for a year.
Yep.
I kept that bitch, fresh batteries in it. I carried that bitch around for an entire year, the whole school year. It went off 2 times.
What kind of pager was it though? Was it just like a black one? Like I had like
Yeah.
a purple one that was like in the clear case.
I
Like
think
it
I
was
had,
super cool.
I think I had the purple clip holder.
purple
thing.
cl- yep.
Yeah, but it was just a regular black like Nokia.
And then the
pager.
fun part was to run around to find a payphone when you needed to call the
Yeah.
person back that was
The-
paging you.
The 2 times that it went off, I was nowhere near a phone. I had to borrow a cell phone from somebody so I could call my parents because they were the ones paging me.
I would have to find a
my
payphone, and then
God.
I'd be like, "Hey, what's up?" And then it's just my mom going like, "Can you get a gallon of milk while you're out?" And I'm like, "This is for emergencies only, Mom."
Yep. And
My
then,
first cell phone was a Virgin Mobile prepaid cell phone, and my dad would always let it run out of minutes, and I was like, I need to talk to my friends. And he's like, it was supposed to be for emergencies only, and you've texted 17,000 times.
Yep.
And every one
I'm
of
like,
those was an emergency. Every
Yeah.
one was an
And you had to
emergency.
like wait until like after 9 p.m. because that's when calls were
For
free.
free. You get free
Yeah.
nights and weekends.
Yeah. Them times.
Yep. And I remember having
My
this.
dad didn't put no fucking minutes on my phone.
And I remember having a phone, like I had my own phone line. Okay. My parents bought me my own phone line at home. And I remember I wasn't allowed to have calls past like 9 o'clock, but I asked for the special phone for Christmas. My parents didn't know you could turn the ringer off, but it would still light up when you got a phone call. So I could still get phone calls after 9 and they wouldn't hear my ringer because it just would light up. I'm like,
Oh,
sneaky. And they didn't, you didn't even know what you bought.
I had my own phone line at one point, and it was like I got the Sabrina the Teenage Witch phone that like opened,
Yeah.
and it would like make like a weird magic noise every time you picked it up. And it would be like, whoo.
That's incredible for the time, though. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was pretty bitchin'.
Yeah, you guys had cool
It's
phones.
just like, I'm going to get another one.
I finally, the next year after the pager, my mom showed up on my 16th birthday to my high school, and showed up for my birthday and brought me my first cell phone. And everybody else had the Motorola Razors, and it was like the old, uncool, like Nokia brick phone at that point. I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna play Snake on this bitch.
There you
And
go.
so that's all I did was play
I was
Snake.
just about
on
to
it.
be like, at least you had Snake.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was so excited, and everybody else in my class was so unenthused because everybody else already had a cell phone. They were just like, she bought you a Nokia, and I'm like, dude, I got a cell phone now. I'll
Don't let them
T9 you
shit
all
in your-
day. I will T9 text you. I got this.
T9 texting.
Oh,
Yep.
jeez.
We're old, you guys.
We are.
We're old.
Mhm.
Kids these
That-
days don't know.
That's
Oh,
that's what
they don't
happens.
know.
They don't know.
Dude, we're about to be so old that like living through the entire like Marvel Cinematic Universe is going to be old. Like,
Mhm.
think about it. It's before too long. Like the first Iron Man movie is going to be able to drink, and we're going to be like, God damn, we are actually really old now. Like,
What was it we were watching last night? We were watching. Oh, we were watching Superbad. Okay, Superbad was in 2007.
No way, really?
Y'all,
Oh
that
my
movie is
God.
like,
That movie's
yeah.
ancient. Oh my God, it's so
and
old.
and it is, and I was like, man, it's such a good movie. Like, I could watch it anytime it comes on, but it is like, it's like sort of getting old.
I got to
remember
meet
when
McLovin.
Superbad came out and everybody was so obsessed with it, and my
Mhm.
entire high school was quoting this movie, and I still hadn't seen it yet, so I didn't know what the fuck anybody was talking about. And I was out of the loop, and I wasn't cool. And everybody was like,
Amazing.
"Oh, that was a cool story. Can you tell it again? Do you have time?"
After this podcast, I'm gonna send you guys a picture of me with McLovin. I got to
I
meet
love it.
Christopher Mintz-Platz. Yeah,
That's amazing.
his
What
band.
is he like in person?
Very like reserved and kind of shy. Like, I mean, like most celebrities, you know, especially when there's like a large gathering of people. Like, he was like nice and smiled and
Yeah.
stuff, but he wasn't like crazy and out there. You know, he's very reserved.
Yeah.
But yeah, his band came and played, and like we were all like, yeah, we're in bands too, and so like we went and
Oh.
took pictures with them and stuff. It was
That's
cool.
cool.
That's
Yeah.
so awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I love that movie. We watched it last night, and then we were just thinking like how it was made so long ago, and I was like, God, I'm getting old.
Yeah, I don't want to look up any more old stuff. Like, it'll not make me feel any older. Like, remember
Let's talk about stuff that makes us
Tamagotchis?
feel young.
What are the new movies coming out? Let's look at those. Let's look at
Yeah.
new releases.
You guys remember I love like the 80s and I love the 90s, like that show?
Nope.
You
I
cut
was
out for that. You
obsessed
yelled
with
so
those.
loud. You peeked out when you said that. It was so
Yeah,
quiet.
she-
It was-
I just got so excited.
I was
Those
watching.
were my favorite.
Yeah,
Oh, what
I
was
watched
the other
every
one?
single episode.
It was
Did
so
you
good.
watch? Did you guys ever watch Pop Up Video?
yes, I miss pop-up
Wasn't
video.
that the best?
I wish
that
they
was
would
the
do that
best.
again.
They need
But
to bring that back.
They do.
They do. And on the I love the 80s and 90s, I saw an interview like within the last couple of years with Michael Ian Black, and he was like, it's crazy because nobody really knows this, but that show was filmed like in a closet, like next to like where they filmed Saturday Night Live or some other really big show at the time.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
like
wow.
the tiniest little room. It was just
my
big
God.
enough for like the chair and like the little table and then like the camera, and they would have to like shut up between takes. Like they would film and ask their question, and then somebody would run in and be like, all right, you guys shut up for a second, and then like while the thing next door was going on. And I'm like, that's crazy, dude. VH1 didn't have enough sound stage to give you guys like at least a little bit more room. Like, no, it was filmed
Right.
pretty much in a closet.
Yeah, I think one of them like had commented that they were like, "Yeah, they just picked me off the street."
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, essentially.
Oh, that's a celebrity. We're gonna pull you in. Like,
Yep.
Wow, that's funny.
that show was so funny. Oh my god,
Yeah,
I
it was so
loved
good.
those.
Pop-up video
I
was so good too, though. I wish they would do that with like movies. Like that, somebody
Yeah.
could make a whole YouTube series on that. Just pull up like scenes from movies and do like pop-up video style. Like, this is what was happening here. You know,
Yeah.
and
You should
making
do it.
jokes and stuff.
You
we
should
should.
do it.
You want
You
to?
should do it.
You should do it.
I should
Austin,
do
you
it,
should
or
do
I can't do it by myself.
do it.
Somebody, you got Erka. Are we gonna start another show?
So what do you do? So
wanna be
you just gotta
involved in
throw up
this?
some. You just gotta throw up some facts in there. As things
Yeah.
are happening. We could
Yeah.
totally do that.
Well, you're talking about
We
doing
talk
more...
over movies all the time anyway.
Yeah, you want to do
Constantly.
you
We
want to
can't
do
get through.
more Discord movies. We could do it like we would have to, it would be, we couldn't do it all the time. It would have to be like a once a month thing. We'll watch a movie in Discord, we'll like look up a bunch of facts about it, and then we can just do commentary and have like the pop-up bubbles over like the scenes of the movie, and that makes it okay. Because if you're reviewing something, there's no copyright infringement. We could totally
That's
post that on
true.
YouTube. We can
I'm
do
down.
it.
That's like when people go live on Twitch and they're just like watching like a random TV show or whatever, and they're like, well, I have to comment on it every once in a while so that I don't get this taken down.
Yep, exactly.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people be doing that shit all the time.
All
Oh
the
my
time.
gosh.
And
Oh.
on
Yeah, I'd be
TikTok.
down.
What's our everybody in the comments? Post what movie we should do first. What movie we should do first.
So what
Tell
movie
us,
we should
tell
do
us what we're gonna do.
first?
Yeah.
We need like a catchy tagline, like pop-up video. Like they have their own thing.
Yeah.
Opto's videos.
I was gonna say Opto Erckamerca Kushter.
There you
Opto
go.
Erckamerca Kushter.
But yeah, we could do that. We can, as long as we know what we're doing before, we can all look up our own facts.
Yeah. And then combine all
cool.
our facts together to make like a Voltron of like bubble facts that pop
A
up. during the movie.
Voltron of facts. I love it.
Oh,
No,
man.
that sounds exciting.
The brainstorming. That's
The
happening
brainstorming.
here.
This is a great episode. I love this episode so much.
We went from cults to pop up video. Let's go.
Yep. Well, and like the drinking stories, the beginning drink. I have so many other drinking stories, but I just wanted to hear the early drinking stories. I wanted to hear the beginning ones. Oh
Man.
man.
Yeah. College
Once-
was wild for that. Like,
Yeah.
so many.
I never went to college, but
I mean, I went to community college, but I had a lot of friends that went to like state colleges. So I'd go
oh,
visit them for the
oh.
weekend. Yeah. There was like one time I got so drunk and I woke up the next morning and I didn't remember a goddamn thing. And I woke up so confident. I was like, you guys, I didn't even puke last night. And they were like, you literally spent like a half hour leaning over the balcony just puking. Like, and I was like, I don't remember that happening.
That never
That didn't happen. That didn't
don't remember
happen.
That it happened.
I
I
don't remember it, so it doesn't count.
went to Panama City during spring break one year, and it was me and two of my buddies, and like so we're drunk, like walking down the street from like the margarita stand back to the beach. This news crew is down there, and they're all like, "Hey, can we interview you guys?" And like I'm pretty sure it was live TV too, and so like they pulled us aside to interview us on live TV, and so they're all like, "Yeah, we're standing here with these guys, you know, like so what college do you guys go to?" And I just started laughing my ass off, and I was like, I don't go to college. Like I am literally just here to party. And the newscaster's face, she just turned like so like blank white. Like she didn't know what to do at that point. Cause she just expected us to be like college kids. And I'm like, yeah, no, we're just here to get drunk for the weekend, go to the beach. Like, so good.
Normalize just getting drunk for the weekend.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
Like, how old are you?
Normalize it.
Old enough to party. Let's go.
What else would you
That's
do
right.
at Panama Beach during spring break? Like literally, what else would you do? Like you're not gonna go there with all the other spring breakers like to not drink, you know?
Right.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Unless you're a nerd.
Yeah.
Get bent, nerd.
Get that nerd. What are you doing? Practicing your violin on the beach? What are you doing?
Oh my god.
That sounds like a lot of fun actually. Now I want to practice violin on the beach. I would totally do that.
Well, we would now,
I know.
but we wouldn't then.
I know, dude. I'm a baby. Like I keep telling myself because I haven't, aside from the two sake bombs and the one Guinness that I had over the weekend, I've not drank anything since before Kama got pregnant. And so like the whole time I've been like, dude, I'm gonna drink. Can't wait to drink. Like I'm gonna get drunk and like blah blah, blah this and that. And I'm just like I'm like nervous. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna feel like shit for like 4 days after I have like 4 shots, you know, and like, I'm gonna do it anyway, but
Yeah.
I'm nervous about it.
You do it.
Do it anyway.
Drink like
The consequences. Do
drink
it.
6 bottles of water and just like hope I don't have a hangover the next day.
Water's important.
Water is so important. Stay hydrated, guys. Stay hydrated.
Yeah.
So are there any other, you still got that cult list pulled up? Are there any other good cults on there?
Cushy,
Good
what
cults
you
to
got?
talk about, not good cults to join.
Let me look. We got any good cults to join? Nah.
No. This
There's
is
that
not sponsored.
fundamentalist one that you were talking about.
Fundalist?
The fund.
The fundalist.
Yeah.
This is not so fundalist.
It's the fundalist. So let's see.
The fundamentalist
found-
Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Church.
Right? Come on
Fucking
now.
mouthful.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the guy that had like 20 fucking wives or some shit.
Yeah, he had a lot. There was also, what is this?
And they were like children.
The members of Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's Gate, yeah.
They were told that God was an alien, and 39 members died.
Whoa, whoa, talk about that one, because I don't know about that
So it
one. I thought
says
that was
early-
Scientology.
It was in the early 70s. Marshall Applewhite and Bonnie Nettles went on a road trip across America and found a group of people they dubbed the Crew. They were rolling the Crew.
The Crew.
Doesn't mean the same
Ain't
thing.
as tight as our crew.
So he told his followers many things, including that he was the second coming of Jesus and the end of the world was upon them, and God was an alien. He encouraged them to give away all of their money and cut off contact with their families. He put them on a master cleanse diet of lemonade, cayenne pepper, and maple syrup to get rid of their sexual thoughts. And
It just sounds like diarrhea.
and
Yeah, that
8
sounds
men
awful.
volunteered to be surgically castrated. Right? Like they volunteered for that. All right, in March
Dude,
of
you have to be-
97,
You have to be like not in a good headspace to agree to something like this. To be like warped and manipulated that bad. Like what?
Right?
Did he use
I feel
drugs?
like most
Did he use
cults are
drugs
like,
to convince
We're
these
gonna have
people?
all the sex.
All right,
And
this
these
sec-
guys were like, no sex.
the
Yeah.
second part's kind of ugh. So in 97, 35 members, they put on dark outfits with matching Nike shoes. They drank vodka and ate applesauce and pudding that contained barbiturates. I probably said that wrong. And put plastic bags over their heads and suffocated themselves.
Oh my god.
39 people said, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat applesauce
Ugh.
and pudding and drink vodka and put a bag over my head.
Well, like the 9 dudes that
Disgusting.
agreed to be castrated, like I could see them agreeing to it, but everybody else, man. And that's such an
Also-
awful thing too. Like, if you can't breathe, like I don't care if you're trying to not breathe or not. Like you're gonna fight. Your body will automatically like try to survive. You know, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's like instinct. Also, I read somewhere that Nike actually discontinued that line that they used.
good for
that
Nike.
line of sneaker. They were like, yeah, we're not associated. No.
I
They
bet you
kept
some
it,
asshole is still selling those on eBay though. I guarantee
Probably.
you probably find a pair. These were the shoes.
Definitely.
These were the ones.
These were the shit.
They're so rare now. They're super
Yeah.
rare.
Some assholes trying to make a buck.
Yep.
What is this one? Let's see. The People's Temple of Indianapolis. This guy, this is even worse. So he instructed all of his followers to drink cyanide laced with
That's
flavor
Jim
aid.
Jones.
900 people died. 900 people
Is that
drank
not
the
ju-
Kool-Aid.
That's Jonestown.
That's Jonestown.
That's Jonestown?
That's
Okay.
Jonestown. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Jim
it's
Jones.
It's Father
It
Yoda.
is.
Temple.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
Mhm.
Yep. Jim Jones
900 people in the jungle.
drank the Kool-Aid.
It was Flavor Aid.
It was Flavor Aid. It
My
wasn't Kool-Aid.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Sorry. But they drank the
Yeah.
the aid.
They did.
Wow. That's
Wow.
crazy.
I didn't know the number was that
He
high.
was
though. I didn't know
like-
it was 900.
Yeah,
people.
He
900.
was on a lot of drugs.
This is more than 900. So, like,
Because, like, in the beginning, he, like, really had a huge following because he was, like, very, like, liberal, kind of. He was like, you know what? Like, all the races, you know, mixing. We love all the people. And everybody was super about it. And then he just started doing a lot of fucking drugs.
Yeah.
And
He made some
really went
music too, and
downhill.
it is very terrible. It is like the worst god awful thing you could ever imagine. It's like nails on a chalkboard, and then like maybe like an organ in the background. It's so bad. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's god awful. But yeah, those 900 people dying, that's awful too. Wow. I can't believe out of 900 people, there was not one person amongst them that was like, this seems like a bad idea.
There
Yeah.
was, though. They had like a whole meeting about it, and there's tapes that you can listen to. I recommend last podcast on the left. They did a whole series on Jonestown, and they play the tapes in the podcast episode, and it is horrifying. Like,
Wow.
it's Jim Jones going back and forth with like a bunch of different members who are like, this is wrong, we shouldn't be doing this, and he's just manipulating them over and over and over again, and it's awful. And like, and then they also play like when they take the cyanide flavor aid, and you can like hear people screaming because they do the kids first, because the kids don't know, right? So they do the
Wow.
kids, and then the parents are just watching their children die, and people are screaming and crying, and then there's gunshots because people are trying to get out, and they're like, nope, we're committed to this now. It's horrifying.
That makes me like sick to my stomach just thinking about it. That's fucking awful.
Mhm.
Wow.
It's really
I didn't
bad.
know. I feel like I've heard about Jonestown so many times throughout my life, and I guess maybe I just didn't pay attention to those details. One, I didn't know there was 900 people, and I didn't know there was kids too. That is fucking awful. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, a lot of these they do that include children, and it sucks. Like there's the Waco thing where they had like the standoff for like
Oh,
51 days.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a tons of kids that were involved in that too.
Yeah.
That was awful.
Yeah, it was awful. I have a feeling that with all the stuff going on in the world today, like, I feel like there's going to be another one of those Waco situations at some point. Because, I don't know. I feel like the government's going to finally put their foot down and be like, no more guns. And then, a lot of people in Texas are going to be like, nope, we're not giving up our guns.
We're gonna start a cult.
Well, Texas already wants to like not be part of the U.S. They're like, we just want to do whatever the fuck we want
Yeah.
and be our own nation, and everybody else
Texas
can fuck off.
is the only state that could be self-sustaining enough at this point to be able to pull that off.
Yeah.
Like, they could self-sustain. Wow.
Mm.
All right, cool.
They can have it.
Existential
I
dread.
They can take it. I don't want it.
No, I know people in Texas. Like, I want to get them out of there. Like,
let's get all of our friends out first, right?
Yeah,
Well,
for real.
yeah. The scary thing that's going on with Florida too is like people are trying to escape because of all the legislature that they're passing there too. And like I have friends, like we have a friend who just left. Like,
Mhm.
thank God they got out of there,
Mhm.
because holy shit is hitting the fan.
a lot of
Yeah.
places like that. Are we? I guess are we talking current? I mean, we already talked about some horrible shit. We could talk about current events.
Some more horrible shit? You don't say.
I mean, dude, the dollar's really not worth anything anymore. Like the dollar keeps being devalued even more and more. So like pretty soon, like I don't know, I feel like a lot of places in our country are gonna be like third world countries essentially. Until something happens. I don't know what's gonna. Everything in me wants to believe that like something positive is gonna happen. Eventually everybody's gonna be like, yeah, we should stop being such shitheads and start working together.
Yeah.
I
But
feel like it's gonna be the younger generation that pulls through on that. I feel like they're like really trying to like rally, and like the older generation is like, no, this is how we've always done things, and this is how we
Mhm.
need to do it.
there's two people over the age of
Gen Z's
80
like,
in
fuck
Congress.
you!
There's two
What?
people over the age of 80 in Congress, and like that, I'm sure they don't need to be there. They do not need to be there.
Like, how are you gonna say that retirement age is 65 years old, right? Because that is like mental decline starts to happen at that point, I guess.
Right.
I don't know, but they came up with 65 as the retirement age. That was the thing. So how can you be in a state like how can you have a position of power in a nation when you're over the retirement age? How does that make sense?
It doesn't.
Make it make
Control.
sense.
It's the government. Nah, it does not make sense. There needs to be. or at the very least, there needs to be
Side-eye.
term limits. Term limits for
Yeah.
Congress, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I agree.
People can only be president for so long. People, you know, like there needs
Right.
to be
There's term limits on other shit. Like,
There needs to be term limit on every one of those positions. Senators, like House of Representatives, Congress, all that shit needs to have term limits.
mhm.
I think that's something that everybody can agree on, except for the people that are in those positions.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't benefit them.
Does not.
Once you start AARP, gotta get out.
Bounce, bitch.
You're done. You're done.
You're done.
If you need tennis balls on a walker to get around,
Yeah.
you're not allowed to do this anymore.
You're good. You're good, bro.
Yeah.
When you got to put the tennis balls on,
Oh man,
because it'll get away from you. You gotta hang it up.
so good. Oof. Well, we are over the hour mark. I
Wow,
feel like
already?
I kind of I know it's been. I mean, we can talk for a few more minutes, but we should talk about something happier. Like I feel like we need to leave off on a happy note. And so something that you guys are looking. We already talked about the vacation. What is something else that you guys are looking forward to in the near future? That isn't vacation.
I am going out of town for my anniversary, so I'm excited about that. 12
Ooh.
years. Whoop,
Nice,
whoop. We're
congratulations.
gonna go to the beach. Thank you. We're gonna go to the beach for like 4 or 5 days. So,
Nice.
and the band has a show too that day. So, I get to get out of town, kid free for a few days. So
Kushter's
nice.
just living her best life. She's like, yeah,
Right?
going to the beach for a couple days for my anniversary before I go to Aruba.
Go to
with my best
Aruba.
friend. Yeah.
She
That's
just went
incredible.
to Nashville. Like,
We did, but
Yeah.
Knoxville. We went to Knoxville,
Knoxville,
over
that's
the
what it was.
weekend. But it was a quick trip. But you guys, it's so pretty in
Really?
Knoxville. Like where we played, it's like a strip, and there's no cars, so you have to walk. So that's nice because and you can like take your drinks from place to place. So apparently, the man that owned the bar, he owns like that whole strip.
oh,
Oh, wow.
wow.
And so you pay like one price to get into a bar, and then you can get into the rest of them. And you could just carry your drinks around, and there's
Hell
music
yeah.
everywhere. There's pretty lights. I would love to go back and just spend like a weekend there and
See,
like
we got-
explore.
We
That
have
sounds
Memphis.
awesome.
We have Memphis and Beale Street, which is kind of like that, but you still probably
Yeah.
need to like watch over your shoulder a little bit to make sure that nobody's gonna fuck with you.
No, but this play was super cool, and I was like, I wish we could have hung out, but they played till like 1, and then we had to pack everything up. I think we ended up getting in bed at like 3:30. I was so
That's so
tired.
late.
It was so late.
I'm like
And
this.
then-
This weekend I might get a
That's too
nap.
late for me.
Okay, and if I get a nap this weekend, that's gonna be my vacation. That's what I'm looking forward to. What about you, Ercka? What you got coming up aside from Aruba?
work.
Yeah, I'm just working. I'm moving at the end of the month, so I've been
Yay!
doing like a lot of
Huge.
packing. Yeah, so I'm really excited because like once I have everything like moved in and I can like get my little setup and my own like little space, I'm hoping that I can make a little more time for streaming, which I really want to get back into. So
Nice. Are you? I assume you're gonna keep the same job, so you're moving close by, or are you moving like far away?
I'm moving a little bit closer to my work, not much, maybe like 7 minutes closer.
Right.
It's like right off the highway though, so
Man,
I don't have
7
to
minutes
go-
is 7 minutes where you're at.
7 minutes. Yeah.
7 minutes can make like a
7
huge
minutes I
deal.
get to sleep in, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm excited though.
That is that's awesome. I hope that your move goes smoothly. Oh yeah, we gotta do the podium thing. So this is gonna be weird. If you guys are
I
on
say
a
last time,
podium,
I don't remember.
I can't remember what you said either. I can't remember what Kushter said either. It's been too long.
I don't want to say the same thing twice.
I gotta go
I
back
know,
and
right?
rewatch your episodes now. Dang. So yeah, but put you guys on a podium in front of 1 million people. What would your message be?
Don't be an asshole.
I think that is what you said last time, Kushter.
Probably.
It's still
be
good.
Nice, be nice to each other. Lift
yeah.
others up instead of putting them down.
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing that we do as a society that's kind of crappy.
Unless they're in a
Yeah.
cult, and then you tell them you're in a cult.
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of
you're
the
in
cult.
a cult. Get out of the cult.
Get
Get out of the cult if you're in a cult. But
Yeah.
but we
That's my
do. We
message
love
tonight. Get out of the
Yeah.
cult.
Just say no to the cult.
Yeah.
Just say no to the
I would
cult.
say mine would be see something, say something. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care. Fuck, like, you
Ooh,
call it snitching. I don't give a shit. You know, like, if somebody's in trouble, you help them.
Ercka.
That's
that
what I
is
say.
So fucking good. Nobody has said that. Out of everybody that I've interviewed, nobody has said see something, say something. Nobody has said that, and I think that's super important with everything going on today with like anything involving marginalized peoples or race or gender, any of that shit. If you are a true ally and you support these people, if you see something, say something. Bring awareness to people, like, because there's too much of that. You know, a lot of people have friends and family members that are fucking assholes or bigots, and like they just let that shit go. Say something.
Yeah. Oh, I've cut off people for a lot less. Trust me.
Yeah. Don't be a part of the
but like,
problem.
I feel like society, like right now, is just like everybody's in their own like little lane, right? They don't want to be bothered with anybody else's problems, and they're like, I got my thing that I need to go do, and I'm got my blinders on. And like, you know, cannot be bothered with other people's problems. But like, if somebody's in danger or somebody needs help, like, just take the 2 seconds to fucking help them. Don't be a shitbag.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole. Don't be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole. Don't be an asshole and see something, say something. I love that.
Yeah, there you go.
Just be better.
All right. Well, I want to thank you both again for being on the show. This is incredible. Next week, Kama's coming back, and can't make any promises yet, but we may do something similar if you guys are around. Maybe we'll start doing a couple of group episodes where people, you know, we can have more than one guest, because this is a lot of fun. This is awesome. I love this.
Yes.
This is great. It's a different change of pace. So with that being said, thank you guys again for watching. This has been Wonder Bathos episode 23, and we will see you next